We're taking today off. We practiced yesterday just to get the same formula that we had going into our last into the first round. Trying to keep these young men fresh and our coaches fresh. And I wouldn't say the coaches are taking any time off, but it's good for us right now to get some rehab in today, watch a tiny bit of film, and then go in and get ready for this game. I see Kansas as being obviously one of the biggest challenges we've had all year. Veteran team, interesting mix of 4 seniors and 3 freshmen playing most of those minutes. You don't see that a great deal. You don't see 4 seniors much anymore, and I think it's why they were able to win the Big 12 championship, win the tournament, and why they're #1 seed. So we have a challenge in front of us. We've had a lot of challenges this year, and hopefully we can come out on the right end of this one.
Remember to use the mics and be careful for television handling them.
John, with Kansas defensively, obviously there is probably a strength, but is it more than just with the inside? I mean, what really makes them, I guess, such a tough defense?
You know, they're 6'4", 6'6", 6'5" on the perimeter. Point guard being 6'4". When Tharp comes in, they're a little bit smaller, and then Withy, obviously, that's a big part of defensive field goal percentage being so good. The block shot is still a missed shot. And so, but Withy anchors it to getting to the basket. But the other guys, when you play for Bill South, you learn to really play defense. And if you've been doing it for 4 years, you're usually very good at it. So I'm sure they have situations with their freshmen that are playing really well, but with their freshmen where Johnson, Rutherford are telling people where to go. And so that's really been helpful for them. They're a team. Withy gets the block shots. They're a great team defensively, and every one of Bill's teams always been that way.
Rod?
John, you look at the first 2 games in the tournament on film, do they look like the best that you've played this year, or somewhere near the best, and certainly in back-to-back games even? Yeah,
you know, we really played well. I think we came out, you know, just playing well offensively, but our defense was the best. And as I sort of preached about all year long, there's a process you go through defensively where the game has slowed down defensively for several of our young guys just over the last couple of weeks. I think we saw it in spots in the Michigan State game here. We saw it in the Indiana game here in spots. And then every day is just another step forward, and we sort of put it all together defensively in those 2 games. And that creates our offense right now. We went into the season saying, here's one thing we do know, that it's going to take a while for our guys, if we're going to go young, to learn both offense and defense. So let's really work at our defense, because our fast break can be part of our offense. But when our defense fell into, we guard Northwestern today, but now we got Ohio State, and now we're going to play against someone else, it's tough to make those changes 2 or 3 times sometimes in a week. So as we fell into that, it was difficult, and that sort of stagnated our offense as well.
Chris?
You see anything fundamental with Nick's jump shot that you can work on, and how's he been doing in practice?
No, he's fine. I mean, people are coming out and guarding him, and he'll fine. He makes shots in practice all the time, and this is he could be a guy that could go in and make 7 in a row in this next round. So no, nothing.
Right here, Mojo.
John, the challenge of handling Withy, do you feel better about it now with the way McGary has played, and he's still a young guy, a freshman?
Yeah.
Concerned at all about McGary's emotions going up against a veteran like that?
Well, the biggest thing that has plagued any of our big men for the 3 or 4 years that I've been, that we've had this round of big men for all 6 years, is foul trouble. And Mitch has learned a great deal about that. I think the 8 minutes at Indiana was a bit of a serious wake-up call to say, I cannot, playing hard does not always mean playing smart. And he had one of those fouls in the South Dakota State game that put him in the one-on-one a little bit earlier, and he's learning about this not only hurts my playing time, it hurts my team. Now, guarding Withy, who is one of the best big men in the country, is a whole new challenge. But he's learned how to use that big body, he's 256 pounds right now, which is probably the lightest he's been all year. He's learning how to use those 256 pounds and his feet, which are huge.
Just to follow up to McGary.
His feet are huge, and it's huge.
Right. Just to follow up to McGary, do you ever have to slow him down or calm him down or dial him down?
Or did you just let him
Well,
walk
no,
around?
no, but I've learned to wait for a minute, you know, almost count to 5 before I try and address him after he does something either good or bad. Just wait, let him just sort of gather himself a little bit. It's all good stuff, it's all good. But you do have to be patient with when you speak with him, because he does get very enthusiastic about certain things.